welcome back to Under the Table. It is episode 48, and I had a really good weekend.
Heck yeah. Why don't you tell us about
I would like to, if you don't mind. If
Please.
you don't mind indulging me.
Spin a tale.
Indulge.
Well, it was Jazz Fest, as you may or may not know.
Woo.
And so, let's see, how far... Let's start with Tuesday of last week.
You said weekend.
I know, it's an
weekend on a Tuesday?
Well,
It's New
Jazz
Orleans,
Fest,
my dude. I don't know what to tell you.
So Jazz Fest starts on one weekend and goes through a whole week and then another weekend. Okay, so Tuesday, I played a Big Worm show. Love me some Big Worm. Love playing Big Worm. It's a good time, good time. And then on Thursday, played Cardboard Cowboy show right outside the exit gates of Jazz Fest. So we're like on the street, and all the people that are coming out of Jazz Fest, which is a lot of people, you know.
A lot of drunk people.
Like we just caught like captive, you know, because we're playing right there. I mean, I'm talking like it's the second house that you walk past, you know. So that was really fun. It was really cool to play to like a lot of people on the street.
Hell yeah.
And then my brother-in-law came in Friday evening, and he is a huge Pearl Jam fan, as am I. And, you know, that was one of the first things we bonded on whenever I first met him. And he had told me a while ago that he had never seen them. And I mean, I'm talking, this is his favorite band of all time. Like, this is his fish, right? For me, you know? And I was like, dude, we got to get you to a Pearl Jam show, man. You got to see your favorite band, you know? And so we invited him to come down here because Pearl Jam played Jazz Fest on Saturday.
Oh,
so we're like, we're gonna get you a ticket. You're gonna come, and we're gonna all go to Pearl Jam together. So we go to Jazz Fest and we see Dumpster Funk and we see Pearl Jam. You know, Dumpster Funk laid it down like they do. And what, you got something to say, Emily? You ever heard of Dumpster Funk?
I'm Googling them because I'm finding that I am familiar with songs, but not names.
I mean, you may or may not be familiar with any Dumpster Funk songs. They're more of like, just kind of like a live band.
Oh, it's one word.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Put it in the dumpster.
Oh,
anyways, they put on a nice funky time, and then Pearl Jam came out, and they just killed it. I mean, I'm talking killed it. It was really awesome. I looked over at my brother-in-law, and he's just sitting there like all smiles for the whole 2 hours that Pearl Jam was playing.
Awesome.
I mean, you know, and they played like all the songs you'd want them to play. You know, like they have something like
the
20
whole
albums.
10 album.
Well, they played 6 songs from 10. But they played a few from Versus and Vitology, like just all the good ones, you know. And it was just a killer show. Eddie and the guys still have it. It didn't feel like watching a bunch of old men up there. It looked like it, but it didn't sound like it, you know.
The spirit is funky, but the body is, it's been on this planet a minute.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I saw television. I was like,
Yeah.
these guys look like crypt keepers, but like, man, they're really killing it.
Damn.
When we first walked into the fairgrounds, Heath, have you ever been to Jazz Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how crazy it is, right? Like, it's you walk in and it's basically in the racetracks of this, you know, that's where they hold it. So it's just, and they're like horse racetracks, I should say.
Yeah, it's
and
not at Talladega.
Yeah. And so like, it's just this wide open, flat field, you know? I mean, so there's no shade, nothing, you know? And like 60,000 people go to this thing each day, you know? And so it's just a lot of people. It can be a lot. That's why we don't normally go to the fairgrounds and we go to all the after dark stuff, because it's usually more of what I want to see and all that. But anyway, we walk in and it's very overwhelming. And so you just kind of like go wherever your ear takes you, you know? And so we walked into this tent and there was this guy playing this kind of like desert, like Mexican guitar stuff with just a drummer and a keyboard player. And it was, I mean, like, it was so sick. It was like so smooth and like, I don't know, man. I wish I could describe it better, but it was just, his guitar tone was so clean, and we were just like, this is awesome. You know, it's some person we'd never heard of before, you know, and that's kind of one of the cool things about Jazz Fest is you just like discover stuff. Anyway, so we saw Pearl Jam, and after that, we went directly to the Music Box Village. Why don't you go ahead and pull that up?
I'm giving it a Google.
Yeah. This venue is one of the coolest venues ever.
Ooh.
It's an art installation
Ooh.
as a whole. Okay. And it's all made out of like found materials, you know, so the walls around it are all like sheets
I'm
of
on
tin
Google
and
now.
stuff.
I got to Google now.
They have like these tree houses built in all sorts of different areas, like literally like around the back of the stage and in the middle of the grounds and like
Adam, take me here.
Oh, I want to go here.
it's so cool. And they have like built-in instruments too. So they have these giant chimes that you can play. They have this thing where you pull a rope and it spins this tube around, this circular tube around that has some holes cut in it and just gives this like,
Whoa.
And
you know-
didgeridoo does it for you.
Yeah, that definitely does.
Proud of
and
you.
so the bands that they get to play there are typically the type of bands that would want to integrate that type of stuff because the bands are set out like right there in the crowd and it's like a 3-part stage. So one part of the stage is in this section of the crowd, one part of the stage is in another section of the crowd, you know, so they're like kind of spread out all over the venue. And it was Ghost Note that played, and I'm a big fan of Ghost Note. They're super tight funk band. Has a couple of people from Snarky Puppy in it. It's that, you know. So I went there thinking it was just going to be like their normal set. I should have known better. This was at the Music Box Village. You know,
fool.
everything is like elevated and magical there. They performed a show that was a trip through the history of black music, like Black American music. And so like they started with like early spirituals, went to blues, went to R&B, went to funk, went to hip hop. And it was just, I mean, it was so incredible, dude. Like in between each phase, they had this narrator that would give some like historical context to like the next section of songs. It was so awesome.
That makes me
yeah.
want to ask, have y'all seen Sinners?
Well, that's the last part. Is that I went and saw that we all went to go see Sinners the next day, which was so appropriate given what we just saw. You know, like it was so cool. And yes, so Sinners, fantastic movie. I mean, I loved it from top to bottom. No notes.
No notes.
It was so good.
I have a
It was so
couple
good.
notes, but overall it was fantastic.
What are your notes? I'm curious.
There was
are
just
they
some
spoily?
spoilies.
Okay,
Spoilies. We'll talk.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want spoilers. I want to see that. Everybody's
Yeah.
raving about that movie.
It's just a really fun movie.
Yeah.
I would like suggest seeing it in the theaters just so you get the like sound because the music is a character in that movie. I mean, it like literally is, you know, and so like you want to feel that music and it's the way that it's mixed. It's like really loud and like, you know, gets in you. Get in there.
Sorry.
And then it becomes a vampire movie
And
about
then
halfway through.
suddenly-
And it's crazy, you know.
It's what it do. It's what it
Like
do.
the first hour of it, you would not think that it was a vampire movie at all.
Yeah,
you
seriously. But it's very From Dusk Till Dawn vibes, and that's what I
Definitely.
really love. Like, you know,
Definitely.
that and yeah, the
know?
music.
It's like fun vampires, you know. Like there's definitely some like tense parts and you know, gory and all that, but it's like it's campy.
Like also
in all
kind
the
of
right ways.
Like I'd hang out with those vampires.
I know, like
they've got
they make
rhythm.
you, they make you think a little bit, you know. Like it's cool. It was a good movie. So overall, it was a good week, I should say, if we're starting from Tuesday. But you know, Jazz Fest is an exhausting marathon of a time, you know, and I made it. And I really enjoyed the final weekend, and it was really good to share all of that with my brother-in-law, who doesn't get a lot of opportunity to do things just for himself because he's like started a nonprofit. So he's like so busy all the time. And it's like a nonprofit of reclaiming old wood. So he's like all day, every day going and deconstructing piece by piece these old buildings to reclaim the wood so they don't go to the landfill.
Yeah.
So he deserves it, right? Like
Yeah.
on top of that, he's like a really good dude
You're
that
good
deserves
people.
Yeah, like, and he just hasn't had a chance to like take a break in like 4 years. Like he kept saying, he's like, I haven't been to a bar in like 5 years. I haven't gone to the movies in 5 years. So it was really nice. It was cool.
Damn.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome that y'all got to do that.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun time.
I keep looking at pictures of this Music Box Village, and I'm
Yeah.
just imagining the Lost Boys from Peter Pan constructing all of this.
We always say it's like going into Neverland.
Yeah,
Seriously.
looks fantastic. I need to hit this place up.
Yeah, it's you can go visit it like when there's not a show going on. They have like open hours where you can just kind of go and walk around it. They don't do shows there like every weekend. It's not like a regular venue, but they do shows, I'd say probably 6 or 7 a year. And so we'll look and see what's coming up on the calendar because it's worth making the trip here just for that. Mm-hmm. It's like that cool of a spot.
Yeah, it looks it. We'll have to make a weekend of it. I'll go do Lucky Rabbit, and then we'll come down to just do art, cool shit.
Lucky Rabbit is dope too. Would one of you want to talk about Lucky Rabbit before we start? We got a little bit of time left in the banter section.
Dustin, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I wasn't there this weekend. No,
But
we
you've
didn't
been
actually
there.
have a market this weekend. If you didn't know, my
explain the Lucky
intrepid
Rabbit.
partner has a business, and we go to the Lucky Rabbit. And the Lucky
What
Rabbit
is the Lucky Rabbit?
That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
And I'm,
Stop teasing
I was
us.
literally in the
You're
sentence.
edging me.
The Lucky Rabbit is like a consignment store in its base level. It's like people rent out spaces to sell their stuff in the Lucky Rabbit, but it's also an art installation. Every month there is a theme, and they redo a large portion of this, like of their main building, and they have like all kinds of like eclectic things that you just normal consignment stores and antique stores you're walking through. Oh, look, old shit everywhere,
Right.
And cool furniture, this and that. But it's like you're walking through the Lucky Rabbit, and it's just like very eclectic, and it's like almost like walking through a museum and a consignment store.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like little scenes. So rather than just booths, like each person they have like a scene that they've built. So like it's so crazy, man. You're just like walking past all these like little vignettes of shops, and then they also do some stuff with movies or shows. Have you seen this, Dustin? Like they for instance, they totally recreated the den from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah.
And then most recently, they had this whole walkthrough part of it that was Beetlejuice, and so like
that's cool.
You walked through the infamous dining room,
Nice.
where they did the dance and everything. You walked through the attic space. You walked through the death check-in lobby, and it had like everything.
some
I
of the
don't know where
characters?
everything.
Yeah, I don't know
Not
how
some
they
of
do it.
them. Like they had the bisected lady. They had the shrunken head dude. They had everything that was in the movie.
Just
in there.
present.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full
I
snippet.
mean, they even had the sculptures that she made on display.
Oh, no shit. Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
And it's also like you can buy like crazy sodas and weird candies and like all
Yeah.
kind of it's like fun for all ages. And plus they have, if you go on Saturdays, they have the big outdoor market.
Yeah.
And you can get like everything really, like specialty popsicles, and it's a whole area. So if you're in the area, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, go down to the Lucky Rabbit, check it out.
Yeah, Magnolia Munchies might be there.
They might be.
Maybe. Look us up. We're on the socials.
We're on them social meets.
Well, yeah. So thank you for indulging me
I'm
in
here
my
for-
stories, but it was a good time, and I was very happy to have experienced those things.
Oh, I love it. And I love it when you do get to have like genuinely good experiences with family. Like, that's nice. And it's so like few and far between sometimes, like,
I also got new glasses.
look out.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Look out,
Nice.
snazzy.
They match my hair.
snazzy.
Shut
Yeah.
up. What are we
They
doing?
You
What,
got classic horn rim. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
what a time
They're
to be
the same
alive.
color. I know, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. I got a new pair of glasses for the first time in 3 years. What is this world even?
I mean, It's beautiful.
I don't know. I can't deal with it. So let's go to another world.
It's beautiful.
That was a good transition.
Found it. I'll take that segue.
Okay. I appreciate it. So, yeah, last time you guys were doing some research in the asynchronous archives, and you found out some things. I'm not going to rehash it all right now because I believe that'll probably happen in the episode in some degree or another. But you did find out some stuff that had been hidden and put in the forbidden section of the archives. You also had a couple of interactions with some enemies. You had like the little lizard gator things that popped out of the book. Heath had to fight me about initiative, and you fought like these two guys that just like burst in out of a secret door, kind of like wrong place, wrong time, and you guys took them down. But you did hear that they were looking for Alaman, which is the cog that has been kicked out of the church, and whose trail that you're on, because it is believed that he has reverse engineered the Pyronite formula.
Right.
Sir, this is the library. They don't sell almonds here.
Or Ottomans.
Neither one. Yeah, they have some, but they're not for sale.
So yeah, we'll pick up right there. You guys are in the archives. You have just felled the two intruders.
So
what do you want to do now?
this is very distressing and also very like unique of a situation. So that I feel would be expressed on Bruce's face. He would be very much alert, and he just kind of looks at the rest of the group, and he's, I need to inform Tertiary Cog, come this way. And so he's going to hold, I mean, like, he's kind of like ushering everybody out because, you know, they're visitors here, including himself, but, you know, he's a Brigite. So, yeah, he's going to, like, make sure everybody heads back up the stairs, and we're going to be heading back up to the main area.
Yeah, George, like, leans over to Jules and is just like, I didn't understand a word he said, but I think he wants us to go that way.
I was just gonna, kind of nod, like
Right.
Body
you know.
language, you know?
I'm guessing they didn't know about the secret door.
Well, now we know. That's pretty cool. Jules has no input on this, so she's just like,
Are you all
that's
talking
neat.
amongst yourselves, or are you coming out?
No, we're coming. We can talk and walk. God, this
Right
guy
behind
is so
you.
pushy.
Don't let his lovely grin fool you. He's an asshole.
This guy's a real dick over here.
Yeah, we actually did get some nice new art from Rene Campos as she illustrated Bruce for us. Yes! So good. Shout out.
Beautiful,
thank you,
as
Irene.
always.
Yep. So you make your way back upstairs, okay, and you can find Tertiary Cog Mintakus. And I'll remind you that this is
What's up, girl?
what she looks like. Yeah.
All right.
Ain't no blemishes on that skin.
Yo,
Did we want to
Minty,
do?
we're
Have you
back.
Yeah,
described? Sorry.
we have.
Okay, we have described it. Okay. Okay. So Bruce is definitely going to be like he's walking with on a mission. He's going to like be alert, and he's going to convey that directly to Tertiary Cog. So immediately he walks up as close as he can and says, "Tertiary Cog, we need to talk. If I might have your attention, we need to discuss some things."
Yes. What is it, Bruce?
And he looks around the room, and he sees, like, you know, people kind of shuffling by and whatnot. And he says, "In private, please."
All right. And so she leads you to a little alcove.
Okay, all right, yeah. And just like,
I guess we'll just sit here.
apologies, I never withhold information, but I wish to not stir a panic among the whole. But there's been some developments in the asynchronous archives. And
She puts up a hand. She says, Bruce, I must stop you right there. I am not to know what you discovered. It is against the regulations. You were given special permission for reasons that you may or may not know.
And it takes him a second because he's only been with the Brigites for about 2-ish or more, just not very long. And it kind of dawns on him. He's like, oh, you're right. I just wanted to share knowledge as per the tenets of Brig. My apologies, Tertiary Cook.
No need to apologize. And she extends a hand and puts it like right on your chest, like where your heart would be, beneath your armor.
Yeah.
She says, keep this in here, and looks at you very knowingly.
And kind of like their eyes just like affirmation, like, absolutely. He takes this very much to heart, no pun intended. Right. Look, that being the case, I do want to inform you, and I feel it would be in my best interest, but beneath there, not only what we've learned, but we discovered that there was a secret passageway, and there were 2 trespassers, and in Efrat and Vishkanya. We have not plumbed the depths of this secret passageway, but these 2, they now lie dead in the lower libraries. But after attempting to murder us, I do want to make that clear. But
I tried to do what? It's not clear what you say.
What I'm trying to say here is, Tertiary Cook, is that anybody who may be performing inventory down there or coming down there to add to the historical records of the logic of design might come upon these 2 bodies, and that may raise questions. And I want to be sure that you understand.
I do. So we had intruders. Thank you for sharing that, and I will make sure to pass that along to the archivist to clean up and to seal said secret door.
Also, please let them know that there were magical traps abound down there, so...
Well, of course, it's the forbidden section of the Syndicatus archives. Now you've got me stuttering.
Well,
it's all right, Bruce. There are lots of things down there that are dangerous and mystical. It's why we don't typically allow many folks down there. Your worries have been heard, and I will make sure to pass on to them to be extra careful during their inventories, and to, as I said, seal up any potential points of weakness, egress.
Right. Okay. Well, I believe there's only one other article, and that is that I'm off to go with these visitors to escort them over to the exile's apartment. Is there anything that you need me to do here? Is there any services that I need to complete before my journey?
And again, with her hand on your chest, over your heart, said, the gears of your journey have begun. This is your time to seek the answers that you seek. You will help us by tracking down Oliver, making sure that his findings do not escape his mind, and perhaps you will have a better understanding of the gears that are at work here.
By your will, then.
By breeze.
So, all right.
Did
then
you just say
I'll-
libraries?
I said by breeze.
Dude, it really said, like, I did not quite know what the heck you said at that point.
It's like their benediction. Libraries?
Libraries.
I did not know where to go with that.
Well,
Interesting.
Again, George leans over to Jules. Is like, am I speaking another language?
don't-
What is happening?
I don't
I
know.
can't understand anything.
So,
I just
by that
nod.
response, then he says, well, all right, tertiary cook, it is not for the gear to determine how it will turn, but for the maker to set the design.
Well
And
said.
with that, he's going to kind of clip heel, turn about, and he's going to head back towards the group.
Where would you say they had this conversation?
So I'm thinking they're in this like big atrium of the temple, and like that there's a bunch of like prayer alcoves on the side, you know, and so they were probably in one of these alcoves.
Could we see them? Could
Sure.
I see them?
Yeah,
Could
see the
I
backs of
read
their
their
head.
lips?
Ooh.
Why not?
Yeah, I can.
I love that.
You can do that. That's
Yeah,
real
that's
cool.
my level 1 background feat.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Hey, there's not many times you can use that.
Let's see. Society check. DC determined by the GM. Okay.
All right. What is your stealth DC, John?
Ooh, okay. Let me
It
check.
can't be great.
Yes.
I am the stealthiest champion in heavy armor you've ever seen. Let's see. It is a big, fat 0.
So that's a
a 10,
10.
right? Yeah.
It's a 10.
10.
That'd be a 10.
Just leave it at 0. Silver Society. Here we go. +9.
You'd have to natural 1 to fail.
Yeah.
I want
Alright,
to
here
see
we go.
his failure.
That's a critical.
Okay, never mind.
That's a natural 20.
You hear
All right.
everything.
Yeah.
You hear
do.
their brain.
Well, you read their lips all the way.
You read too much into it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I listen, but I don't tell.
Okay.
God.
Just, getting snippets of knowledge.
Heard. That's great. So yeah, he makes his way back to the group, and he looks a little troubled, but he also looks a little bit like trying to resolve himself for the task that's been given to him. All right. First off, thank you for your assistance down in the asynchronous archives, and we can head out this way. And he's just going to be very kind of directional at this point, like, because he's just looking at them as just visitors. He's an escort, you know?
All right, yeah, after you. Don't mean to pry, but is everything good?
Well, we'll see. We need to go investigate this apartment first, and we can assess the damage that this heresy has brought.
Yeah, sure. One thing at a time. I only ask it, and again, I appreciate your hospitality. I only ask because we just left 2 dead bodies in the library. They're cool with that?
And you could kind of tell, like, he also is kind of like troubled with how to respond to that. Because it was almost kind of a brush off of like, oh, that pests, they just happen all the time. They creep in underneath the doors all the time down there, you know?
Yep.
We just didn't have the bug man come by, you know? But like, he's just like, hey, yes, they're fine.
Nothing to say
I
there.
have a follow-up question. Yes, there's 2 dead bodies, and that's of course the problem. But what about the fucking secret passage? Can't we kind of check that out a little bit?
So for that,
Ask this.
Let that
paladin.
roll off our shoulder.
again, he's just going to say, well, in times like this, I refer back to my regulations, and that is that it is not for the gear to determine how it will turn, but for the maker to set the design.
Well, the maker
And-
is telling me that I think
Yes,
it's
I love it so
time
far.
for these gears to turn. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think after having conversations with you, I'm going to need a maker's mark because this seems fucky.
Funky.
Yes.
The technical
I
term.
love this.
If I was a devout Brigert, I would.
Brigert.
Oh, we have abandoned everything.
Oh my god.
That's too good. I prefer Brigert to
Brigert.
anything.
Bridget is actually the correct term.
Brigitte, if you fancy.
I was a banished Bridgerton.
Anything to not say Brian.
Yeah. If I was a devout Brigert, and these ruffians just come into my most sacred sanctum, this archive, out of a secret passage, wouldn't you say that is your God putting that right in your path? Why don't you become the cog and let's roll on into this little passage and see what's going on? Let's uncover some truths, why not?
When you speak truths, I don't feel like you're entirely truthful with me or your motives, to be honest. And
Man, if I
am.
had to count the times I've been told that.
We are going to have fun together. I can already tell you.
My motive is just truth.
So, okay.
Well, I hope that I don't regret this.
Well, okay, real quick though. So, we're supposed to go to this cat's apartment. When are they going
Yes.
to block up this secret exit?
I mean, you guys took it to the edge of your allotted time, so like now,
Oh,
they are
That's too
in
late.
the process of sealing the archives off for their inventory.
all right. Well, then we missed that particular
Yeah, well,
window.
that's
so.
we don't want to go and like piss them off because
Yeah.
we're doing shady stuff. Not that we would be shady,
mean-
We're
Mr.
not.
Champion.
We're not shady.
No, that's just it. That's just it. I mean, look, John is absolutely with you. To check out that fucking like secret passageway.
Welcome to playing a champion.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, there
look,
is a
let's-
little bit of that.
At
but-
this point, it's going to cause more problems and ruffle more feathers than it's worth. We'll keep it in the old noodle for later, but let's quit.
While we're
Quit
ahead.
ruffling Bruce's feathers and let's get on to the task.
Okay, fine. I can't believe we just walked up those stairs like little devout sheep.
I can't believe they're so cool about us murdering 2 people in
Listen,
there.
my understanding is that like they don't really ask questions, which is interesting because they're like all about whatever. You guys want to play hush hush with your secret passages and your random snakes and stuff? That's fine. We'll just go. We'll just
Real skull and bones over here.
Yeah.
we'll go
Definitely.
handle heretics and leave you to your cleanup work.
Yeah, I don't. I am very decidedly saying let's put a pin in that because I got questions later.
I would be remiss as just your friend and
Yes.
as the GM of this table because it's been a while since we've played, to not remind you that you should probably take a little time to heal
Good call.
before you go to the apartment. You are not good. You have 15 hit points on
Oh, I
62.
did. I was looking at
Forever.
I was looking at my max HP, not my current HP. Whoops. Okay.
That'll get you killed, John.
That's your problem right there.
And I'm not letting you build another character, so you better be
Damn.
precious with this one. I'm just kidding.
So we're taking a rest.
I know.
Like, damn, that's savage. Like, if he just dies, well, you're out of the show.
You're out of the
sucks.
show. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You met your
There's
quota.
a 3 character limit here.
Fucking brutal.
3 is too many.
Are we resting for the
let's-
night or are we healing?
It's up to your spellcaster.
Yes. I can heal you up. I got treat wounds.
I'm kosher. I'm good, but
It's like yes. Let me treat these little cuts and scrapes before we go find the carriage, food truck, food carriage, and hit up this apartment.
Question, if I might. Isn't Tertiary Cogmantakis a priest or a cleric? would they be able to provide?
I'm sorry, I'm fresh out of heels. If you had gotten me earlier, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'm kidding.
This
I'm
fucking
kidding.
guy.
It's like, okay, you are the most suspicious people ever.
Never met a priest that couldn't give me some boo-boo healing.
It's like, I think you want us dead. That's what I was putting a pin in, is it feels weird that you let people break in here and then, like, you're quiet about it, almost like you knew they were coming or wanted them to come, and then you won't heal us up?
Yeah, fuck these cogs, am I right?
Yeah,
No.
you
We're
guys,
gonna burn your church down.
whoa.
Too far. Went too far.
Sorry.
Immediate roll initiative.
Yeah, you guys can top off your hit points. That's fine.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right, so first stop, food cart. Second stop,
Right.
Casawano's apartment.
Falafel investigation in that order.
Got it. Okay. It'll cost you 1 silver for some falafel.
Can I eat some of your falafel?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
For free?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
We'll split a falafel.
Okay.
Anybody else falafels?
Yeah, I like a
I'll just take
falafel.
one. I'll take one, yes. They're handy while walking.
Yeah.
You offering?
Yeah, he's buying. All of us
Now,
falafels
you said,
all
can
the
you
way
have
around."
half of my falafel? And now I'm buying 4 people falafels.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, man. You start with half, and next thing you know,
You
you're
know
buying
what?
4
Look,
falafels.
now, George, like, he thinks about it, and he's like giving you grief about it, and then he's like, you know what? Actually, yes. Everybody, falafels on me. A sign of goodwill. You know, we got a good friend here. Look at all that heavy armor. He needs his macros, and we could use a meal and do a walk and talk. You know,
I love
walk
it.
and talk and eat. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, wackadoo. Thank you so much.
I'll get
Don't
the
say
next
wackadoo.
Wackadoo.
Are you speaking the same language as us? Because I'm really having a hard time, Bruce.
Yeah, mate.
Did you say
Yeah,
yerba mate? Like, I don't.
Yerba mate.
Yerba mate.
It's kind of like coffee and tea put together. You drink it out of a weird gourd thing. It's an acquired taste, just like coffee.
Never had it.
But you just said it.
All right, 4 falafels, 4 yerba mate. And let's go.
Yerba mate all around.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Shit, now I want falafel.
Kind of same.
All right, let's pause it.
Yep,
Let's all
we
go
gotta-
get some
yeah.
falafel. Yep.
All right, we're back.
The deep south, known for its falafel culture.
Yeah. Okay. So make
Falafel's
sure you take
procured.
4 silvers off, Heath.
I will.
Or 3 if you're splitting one with.
Yeah,
with Jules.
Jules, do you want a whole one or are we splitting one?
We'll just go split. I'm not really hungry. You know.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're gonna eat like 3
I'm
fourths
just
of it.
eating out of habit.
Yeah. I'm a social eater.
And what's his name? Bruce kind of like leans in over to Amir and says, they look like a happy couple.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like I'm chewing, and it's just like it just like
Yerba
fluid
mate
flies
comes
out.
of your nose.
Yeah,
No.
and I smile, and I smile, and I just go, yes. Thank you.
No.
I'm gonna plant that seed just for jokes, you know, just like yes,
Like,
but they don't want
Amir
anyone to
is
know.
truly.
they don't want
Truly
anyone
Keep
to
it to
know.
yourself. Yes, keep it to yourself.
Wait, you mean the twins?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I'm just pulling this new guy's chain.
Do I need to roll a perception?
I we
will.
hear that?
Do it. Do it. Roll that perception, man. I know you want to roll a dice.
Whisper.
I'm gonna do
This ain't
it.
Game of Thrones,
Shit.
Bruce.
Might hear the shit out of that. 25.
Yeah, you do.
No. Amir, shut the fuck up.
I didn't hear shit.
No, Bruce. We are siblings. We're twins.
Oh, my apologies. I'm
Nah.
sorry. It's just that kind of sibling bond that you two share. Just I'm sorry, I misunderstood it.
No, it's all this is fine. Like she kind of like she gives her part of the falafel back. I'm not hungry anymore.
I'll eat your half.
Is this all a ploy? Were you just trying to get extra falafel? Tricky bastard.
Amia's the true mastermind. And Bruce was in on it. And so were the cogs back there who let us get away with murder.
It's all coming together. Speaking of murder.
I want to give out some inspirations, and I'm going to just give a round of them because you guys are making me laugh a lot today. So, and you have none.
It's true. It's true.
We need
plum out.
Yeah, so let's start the line. Emily, if you'll roll a d6, the rest of you go ahead and roll a d6, so you'll be ready when I call to you. Emily, what you get?
A 3.
All right. General, for you, roll me a d20, please.
Man, you just watch and wait. Here we go. 1. I'm glad I got that one out of the way.
Yeah, for real, right?
1. This is from E-Robs.
Hey.
E-Robs. All right. No matter what you're facing right now, in this moment, no matter how hard it gets or how crucial this moment is, your rage and drive for revenge won't let you fail. You're a goddamn hero. Point. Wow. This is going to be so bad when your reroll is a 1. Eh? I added the A.
But real talk though, I was like, are we talking about the game or like life?
I immediately thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Either way, thank you, E-Robs.
Yeah, I appreciate the obligatory A.
A.
Oh,
He farting.
Adam had to pause to play with his wiener.
He fought. No, he's
He's doing drugs.
he's got to do some more
still
drugs.
there. All
I
right.
did some of those drugs just a while ago.
I need to do some.
I sat on my balls.
Yeah, just
Get off
All
them
right,
things, man. That's your problem right there.
It's a drug to somebody.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Get off them balls,
What'd you
man.
roll?
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Can I get another d20? Fuck.
So stupid.
I know it's disruptive, but I really needed a case of the sillies today.
Yes, same.
I got a 15 on that D20.
A 15. This one is from Grumphouse.
Grumphouse.
All right, y'all brace yourselves.
Oh boy.
All right. Bracing.
I'm braced.
Don't sit on your balls.
That's the wrong kind of phrasing.
Hey, this is inspiring.
Short and sweet. Love it.
Hella inspired. So inspired.
It's like, you know how sometimes you feel like you can put magic in your intent, you know? Like if you will something so much, it becomes reality. So those were words of power.
Absolutely.
I am
Absolutely.
inspired.
Hey, I also laud Adam for his little flourish at the end.
Yeah.
Just like boom.
And that was
there
just
it
for
is.
us.
Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right for you, delivered to your table.
Yeah.
Booyashaka.
John, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Hey, all right, let's get you a personal. Roll me a D8.
D8. That's a 5.
A 5, all right. This is from Just J-Rod.
What's up, General?
My boy.
This is not for Bruce.
No,
This
it's
is-
not.
No.
Well, this
Yeah.
is something you're going to have to deal with.
Play pretend.
Yep. All right.
Here we go.
All right. Yes.
That's literally how it starts. Yes.
Oh, wow.
A snake's inspiration. Sir, hiss, ka, compelling, yes, but not as inspiring as a saze, scouting, spinning, stabbing, slashing, sachet,
No.
whatever it is, it's an inspiration.
What a sizzling inspiration that was.
Sexual.
If you say that you hear sibilance, you don't, because there is no sibilance on that take.
I appreciate that a lot, Adam.
That was just for you, John.
That was a reference to us seeing Pink Floyd live at Pompeian theaters 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
You have a heightened imagination.
Roger Waters' deep cut there.
All right, Heath, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Look at you. Let me get another D6, please.
All right. Damn it, I tried to be so prepped. I rolled the D6 and then I rolled every other dice to go ahead and have one ready, but I didn't roll another D6.
You fool.
Gotcha.
A 4.
A 4. This one is from Rachel Venomous Royal.
The most venomous of Rachel's.
Totally. Queen of venom.
Aniston's got nothing on your level of venom.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, wow. All right, Heath, you're going to like this one.
Okay.
Your voice is music to my ears.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh,
No.
that's so sweet.
I'm going to
Thanks,
cry
Rachel.
and pee a little.
Oh, what? No.
Make sure you get it in the toilet.
Yeah, get it in the toilet. All right?
Set the
Lift
example.
that fucking seat, damn it.
Yeah.
Another one that's just
Just for us.
deep cut joke for us.
That's the best kind of audio entertainment.
I assume Rachel
them
is
figure it out.
referring to the songs that I have sung for this show, and I appreciate that.
I think not. I think she just likes how
My
you
voice?
speak. Yeah.
My boys.
I will take it either way.
Yeah, nice voice.
She's clipped out a lot in your voice,
Yeah.
and just strung them together, and that's actually her white noise that she's.
Oh, actually, she has a sound machine that she's done. She's made a soundboard of all of your words.
That's a lot.
It's like whenever she's watching TV, she just has like your reactions cued. Like, oh, fuck no. Oh, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I was just about to say that.
Watching a romance scene, just boop, sexual.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. We're sharks.
Yeah.
Shark.
Turtly. All right.
Turtly.
Oh my god.
Let's remix.
Or eel.
This has been
we did
such a
that.
good episode, y'all.
Yeah. Content.
Yeah. Fucking doing it.
Killed it. We are making so much progress. You guys arrive on the block of Casawana's apartment. It's this big, like, workshop looking apartment, okay? It's a little bit bigger than you might have anticipated. And you see an old man in overalls with a scowl on his face outside, just like raking up straw and horse shit. And, you know, he's like kicking his little slot bucket.
So,
Yeah.
question. All right.
Yeah.
So I want to frame something here. Okay, is that being a dwarf of over 100 years? Just a little background. Dongenhold, basically, dwarves left Dongenholds from breached the surface around 3 generations or so ago. Okay.
You're stealing
So-
J Laptop's thunder.
You can't have all of dwarven history.
I mean, you know, he does do the dwarf facts. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, whenever we get to that, I can go like, "Hey, solidarity," you know. But like,
You should have got there sooner, you know?
but my question is that so I feel like he wouldn't know every fucking dwarf, but he would know a lot of dwarfs. And I'm not saying that this is a dwarf. This is just an
It's
old man.
not.
That's all you said.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know if we do encounter any dwarves, whether or not he would know them or not. That's
Dude,
all I
I'm
ask.
not fucking with that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're not?
I'm not fucking with that. Yeah.
You're not. Oh man,
I mean, like,
man.
not just like in general. If you want to know a dwarf, we gotta talk about it. That's all I'm saying. You gotta talk about it. You know.
Yeah, I just
But
thought
this
you were
is
going
a
to yes
human.
and me here on this podcast here.
Well, you
Adam.
didn't yes and me because you started talking about dwarves when I said there was an old man.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Well,
all right.
okay. Come on,
Got
man.
him. Yeah.
Shit.
Excuse me. I thought I misheard, and I was like, oh, I guess he's a dwarf.
I guess he's a dwarf.
Well, no. That's why I
speaking
clarified
of this
after
old
the fact.
Speaking of an old man, raking shit. Do I know any dwarves in this town?
When you frame it that way, but fuck you.
I mean, you got to know some. You know, you got to.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Damn it. But anyway.
Adam, this human man is shoveling shit. John,
Yeah.
I know every dwarf alive.
I love you, John,
completely
so much.
mischaracterizing this.
We came out of a cave.
Whatever.
We came out of the same cave
So you
together,
know what?
man.
So Bruce just fucking punches this. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely
I'll
kidding.
teach you to shovel shit and not be a dwarf. You'll know. We don't have to dwell on it. It's fine.
Get off my straight.
You shovel shit and not be a dwarf.
How dare you?
And not in that order specifically.
So, question: is this? I mean, is he like a neighbor to this person, or is it just around in the neighborhood of
Well,
this
presumably,
area?
I mean, he's cleaning up the area in front of that, the house right next door to
Okay,
it.
cool. So yeah. So I feel like Bruce would definitely try to canvass, and approach this individual, this poor soul shoveling shit. And
It's my life work. I love this. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were the village shitsmith, but okay.
That's my name.
Come from a long line of shitsmiths.
So,
James Shitsmith.
Sorry. Okay, go on.
Pardon me, sir. If you don't mind, we have a couple of questions. Could you make yourself available for a second?
Just stop shoveling shit real quick.
I got a lot of shit to shovel. You better have something important to say.
Well, okay. With that in mind, you can press on with shoveling your shit, but I would like to know whether or not you have seen a... let me refer back to my notes to see what Olaman Kasawana is. He is a human. Okay, yeah. Have you seen a human that was wearing any kind of brigite cloth or anything like that around here? Do you know an Olaman Kasawana?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's something I can work with. Yet he is my noisy as hell neighbor. He's always making a racket over there, and I've been complaining to those shit bosses for weeks. They ain't doing shit.
That's
Gestures
Of
to
which
the
you have plenty of here.
Yeah, it's
Right.
pronounced rake as he says that.
Yeah.
Nothing gets done under that Deputy Lovelace, I tell you. Yeah, that Casawana, he's up to no good over there, I'm sure of it, blowing things up and making all sorts of racket.
And he kind of looks back over towards the group. He says, I think we found his residence.
You nailed it.
I love you, Bruce.
I'm a regular Columbo.
Meanwhile, George is like looking at the address that he got.
Yes, we're here.
You did great, Bruce.
So, yeah. Any follow-up questions from the group?
Oh, you're handling this, my boy.
Yeah, they're like sitting
If
back
that's the case,
watching like you were.
then yeah. So, when was the last time you saw him?
Oh, I don't know, a few nights ago, I guess, whenever that thing flew away or something like that, I don't know. Who are you anyway?
I'm a representative of the Church of Brig.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no worries about that. The other three of us just really hate Lovelace, and we're trying to investigate something.
So
That's it.
you're telling me that there's this old dirty cog here standing in front of me, and the three of you are just anti-Lovelace folks coming to investigate Casawana? I must say, I might be old, but I'm confused.
That would make 2 of us, but that's not why we're here today.
Well, why are you here? You are disrupting my shit. Shoveling. Raking.
Because I'm asking you questions about your neighbor. Now, I don't know all this business about Lovelace, but if you could you provide us,
George is gonna walk up and like kind of put a hand on your shoulder, and he's not trying to be like an asshole, just fair warning. But he comes up and he's like, "This might seem confusing, I guess. Our new friend here is very stalwart in his duties. He is representing the church. His brig masters or whatever asked him to come check it out, and we are investigating on behalf of. We're digging into the Lovelace situation. So, we just met. If that helps, clear things up at all.
No.
Go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Okay, I'm just trying to help you out.
So
you can aid if you want, John, or John, you can roll the diplomacy check and
all right.
George can aid.
Let me see. Let's see. Who has the highest charisma anyway?
Me.
Yeah, probably. Let me see.
Who's the best talker? Is it the bard?
Well, champions are good at
Yeah, they are.
That's the
like-
thing. That's the thing. But no.
But they're mad,
They're mad.
They're multi-ability dependent is what I mean by that.
Right.
No, they just pissed.
Yeah, I'll roll. It's a D10 plus the charisma.
Are you
you
rolling
just
it or
roll-
aiding it?
80.
You just roll your diplomacy.
Oh, okay.
So, John, you still roll diplomacy to see if you aid.
Yes. So I rolled a 10 total.
You do not aid.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. I got a 25 diplomacy.
Okay, so you move him from unfriendly to indifferent, and he stops shoveling shit for a little bit, and he
thank
posts his rake up and leans on it. He's like,
All right. What do you want to know?
And George, kind of puts his hands out to, give the space to Bruce to ask his questions.
Well, that's just it. I mean, here's okay. Sorry to complicate an issue here, okay? But Bruce wouldn't know shit about this whole issue with Lovelace, okay?
Right.
You're not
Bruce
here
is only
investigating
aware
Lovelace.
of the of Alderman Casawana and his exile and this and a potential heresy involved with.
So ask questions about Asawano. You don't have to ask any questions. Ask what Bruce would ask. You're here
Yeah,
investigating Casawana.
don't worry about Lovelace. We're here
Okay,
for
yeah,
a reason.
Okay, cool.
He was just confused about. We obviously are two distinct groups of people with different motivations, and that was what was confusing.
Okay,
to
gotcha.
him.
Okay, so have you seen anybody else coming around his house? Has he had any visitors?
I could say some ne'er-do-wells came around and chased him out of his house.
Could you describe these ne'er-do-wells?
And when did
Well,
that occur?
my memory is always better when I'm chewing on a piece of gold. Or two.
It's terrible for your teeth.
I don't have many teeth.
Fair enough.
Ooh, a gold?
yeah.
A fucking... this is
Amir
not-
just says,
yeah.
"All right, my friend, suck on this," and he just flicks a gold piece.
Oh
A
my.
gold piece? You
Yeah.
fucking flick a gold piece his way? To the shitsmith?
Oh my
What I do.
goodness.
When Amir sees people sweeping shit, I'm like, he needs a gold.
It's a fucking
He needs this gold more than I do.
Maybe this
And
is
he's about to decline it, and he just kind of sees a coin just flip in the air, and I just imagine the shitsmith just catches it right out of the air.
Yeah, he does, and
extreme
he
reflexes.
starts sucking on it, and he's like,
Well, that's all right. I think maybe another one. Gold's best in pairs.
Don't
You know what
push
I'm
your
saying?
fucking luck, old man.
well, I just tell me that 2 gold pieces isn't better than 1. You can't prove that.
And George, George, like, kind of, y'all are really making a diplomacy interaction so difficult. George, like, huffs for a second. It's like, I agree with you. Gold is better in pairs. Maybe there's another one in it for you if you will answer some questions for us. Can you tell us about the flying thing you mentioned? What happened?
Yeah.
Roll a diplomacy.
Well, we're trying to figure out who these people ran him out.
Yeah.
21.
21. That is a success, but because you're giving him 2 gold pieces, you said you'd give him one if he gave you information.
I said there might be another one in it for you.
Do you want this bonus or not?
This
Can
is-
I aid him before we?
This is Adam sticking me up right
It's
now.
not. It's
It is. No, that's totally. This is a fucking shakedown.
We're
all right?
outlaws. Haven't you heard? Just a stick
I
up.
promise I'm not.
We just
I aid
tell
him?
this old man in this economy.
He succeeded. He succeeded, right? So if you give him 2 gold or more, it increases the degree of success by
Okay.
1. So you could get it to a critical.
This is
I mean,
horseshit.
I'm just imagining like
Yeah,
the
that's all. It's at your feet. It's a bunch of horse shit. Sorry, Heath. Go ahead.
Oh my God!
Jules flips him
just
a
talking
coin.
to this old man is such a fucking nightmare.
I give him a gold.
It'd been better if he was a dwarf.
Oh, that was the biggest like slump down in
Oh, no,
Heath's seat. He
is-
almost flipped
he's
that
done.
chair.
He's done. All right. Hey,
It's just so impossible to have a conversation.
you can do it.
I was just gonna say, like, if this was a movie, or like I'm just imagining it as a scene, because this is a game where you use your imagination. Like you'd give him the coin after his information was good. It's just weird to me that it's like I've got to give him the gold. Which the whole deal was there's a gold in it for you if your information's good, and then it's like, all right, if it's 2 gold, the mechanics just baffle me. Either way, she flipped a gold to him. So what does he say about the night of the freaking flying machine?
I don't remember anything. I'm old.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna stab
All
him in
right,
the neck
beat him
right
up and
now.
take all his gold.
Oh, that would be wild if you did that, and then
Yeah.
like John
Yeah.
would have to be like, "I'm a champion. I now have to kill."
No, because we've already had like 2. Hey, there's 2 deaths, so like, hey, whatever. Hey, not my
This is
problem.
just a
No, I'm
day
kidding, I'm
that ends
kidding,
in
I'm
Y.
kidding, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
sorry, old
Brick
man.
apparently does not have a problem with killing people
No,
in
no.
fairly public places.
No.
All right.
Anyway.
So
He says,
Okay.
well, yeah, all right. Let me spit this gold out of my mouth so I can talk better.
Makes it hard to talk.
It's the
It's
damnedest thing.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for the gold. I'm going to get me a nice rake. All right.
You get 1,000 rakes with that shit.
That's what I was gonna say. I could have brought you 17 rakes cheaper and with
dude.
less hassle than this conversation has been.
Emir and
you
Jules.
should meet the rake salesman. Okay, so he goes,
Listen, all right. So these ne'er-do-wells, they were bandits. And they were dressed in gold and black. You ever heard of the gold and black bandits?
Have we?
Yeah, didn't you
They're
mention
New
that?
Orleans Saints fans.
No, you mentioned that last episode.
Those were the gunslinger guys. that,
Yeah.
Oh,
Mudland
the-
hired,
The gold-
Right?
Oh, never mind.
Isn't it?
the Gilded Gunners guy.
That
Gilded
one,
Gunners.
yeah.
Gilded Gunners.
That's what I said in my head.
Okay.
Bruce does
Who
not
that
remember
nation?
They passed by his office window and then they stopped at his door. Then they kicked that door right in. I heard some shouts, a couple shots, and some scuffling. I peered out that window and I couldn't see inside Casawanna's workshop. But a few moments later, I heard more shots inside the building. And then Casawanna burst from the loading area on a flying cat made of brass and gold. Them bandits, they ran after that inventor and they fired their guns at the sky, but they couldn't hit him. And that Casawanna, well, he flew right out of sight. One more little detail, because you guys gave me so much gold.
We did.
It
So
was a lot of
generous.
gold. You gave me 2 gold.
You were very generous.
You want some shit?
Do you
Like gossip
do-
or actual feces? Because no to the second one.
I mean, it's good fertilizer.
I mean,
Anyways,
maybe in the right circumstances, if yes, fertilizer.
I'm good.
Many uses.
All right. Tell us.
Yeah, right. The last thing. So apparently, this workshop is so packed with materials that Casawana couldn't even open the front door fully to get inside. Instead, he just would crack open his door just a little bit each time he came and went, squeezing through that tight gap and then hastily closing the door behind him.
So, I mean, okay, a couple of things.
He's got cats.
Golden metallic cats, yes. Obviously.
That's good.
A couple of things. First, you said after the Gilded Gunners, they came, broke in, you heard some shots, and then when he burst out, they came out chasing him. Was it the same number, or do we think he killed some of them?
That's a good
No,
question.
I don't think so. I'm not too good at countings, but I think the same amount of people went in, came out. Let me think about that for a second. Hold on.
Buffering.
Two.
No, he's counting gold right now. He's thinking about how much gold that's going to be.
Look, it was X amount of people went in, and it was X amount that came out. And I don't mean X as like an unknown integer. I just can't count as high. I know what an integer is, I can't count.
This.
You are just a goddamn conundrum, mister.
Well, I mean,
I'm confused.
if anything is unsurprising, it's that the Alkenstar education system is not perfect. So, could you show me on your hands how many's?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
And he holds up his hands and he uses his nose to point at him. Like,
Oh, one.
We might.
You can't go above one, yeah.
That many ones.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
4?
it is.
For what?
It's what you yell before you hit a golf ball. Yeah.
4. Or if you're slapping a piece of shit across the street.
Totally.
Hockey. That's more hockey, but sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Would I yell 1 instead?
Oh my
You
God,
yell-
we have
you
to
yell,
leave.
Watch
I'm
out. There's shit coming at you.
gonna kill this
That's
old
too many
man.
words.
This is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, all right. So four came in, accosted him. 4 came out chasing him. Good deal. Did the authorities come later to check out the residence, or was there, were there any authorities that came to investigate?
No, there wasn't. As I told you, that damn Lovelace, she ain't good for nothing.
Well, we can agree on that, my man.
Listen, if y'all ever want some good manure for a garden, I'm serious. You ever need some good poop for your garden? Come holler at your boy
Riggs.
Riggs.
You have a
Riggs.
business card?
It's covered in shit. You don't
you
want
think-
it.
Do you think that this guy has a business card?
He's got an immaculate, like,
Yeah, it's
it's like the scene in American Psycho.
Yeah,
Like,
Look
just
at that subtle tone.
cream, yeah. All
That
right.
off white.
Okay, so he burst out riding this flying cat.
Yes. Right on top of its back, like it was some steed of the sky.
Did it have wings?
Yeah. That's how
So
it
it
flew.
flew.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah, like he
this is
said.
Alkenstar. It could have had helicopter blades.
What?
This is true.
What?
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been an airship. That's true.
You're confusing the shit, man.
All right. Is there any other information that you think might be valuable for someone who was trying to find Mr. Ocular or whatever his name is, Ottawary
Solomon
Casanova?
Kosawana.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I don't. What I can say is that he has not come back here.
Okay.
I can't think of anything
You
else.
guys want some sandwiches?
No, under no circumstances. We just have falafels, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you said he often. Sorry, I'm flustered. All the shit talk, and just I got a full belly from the falafels and the yerba mate is really kicking in. But you said it seemed odd. He had so much stuff piled in his apartment, is what you thought? That's why he always cracked the door.
I mean, from when I'm looking out my window and I see him trying to get in, he's always just sliding right in, just squeezing himself in, and he opens that door ever so gently and then just kind of wiggles himself in. I just assume he's got a bunch of crap in there for all the racket I've been hearing.
I mean, does that? This is me asking Adam. Does that strike me as odd? It feels like a seemingly irrelevant detail that is placed in our path.
It's
I
a
think
trap.
the door's
I think it's
trap.
a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
think it's a trap.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Or cats,
Would-
like Emily said.
Yeah, or it is cats, like a bunch of tiny clockwork cats, and we're like, fuck, Emily was right. Jesus.
It's both. It's a trap that is a bunch of explosive cats. We're gonna go play exploding kittens.
Yes.
All right. Well, if there's anything else you can think of that might help us, we've been asked to go and investigate his residence. Look for any clues we can find about his whereabouts. So, anything else? Otherwise, we're gonna get to work.
Well, I'm glad somebody's taking issue with this, with old Casawana. He's been a thorn in my side for too long. If you find him, you give him a good old kick in the shins from Wenrick Riggs. Wenrick Riggs.
James
Winwick
Shit
Riggs.
Smythe.
All right. And Amir brings out a notepad, writes it down. Underline.
I mean, I'm talking a square kick right in the shins.
I hate that.
And make sure you say from me.
From Winrick Riggs. Gotcha.
From
All right.
Riggs.
Well, thank you for your time. I would shake your hand, but I'm not going to. So
You sure you don't want any sandwiches?
All right. Bye.
Just real quick, as we're walking away, Bruce would kind of you make a good investigator. Have you ever considered yourself a lawman?
Oh, God damn it.
Jules like
You ever considered?
gives you the stank eye.
We don't know each other well enough for that, Bruce. But maybe in time we can talk about it.
God.
Now my interest is piqued.
But if that conversation was what made you think that I might be good at law, then your bar is set low, my friend. Which is always nice to have a new friend with low expectations.
Well, you make a pretty good investigator. So far, you asked some pretty good questions. I'm just trying to say.
He chuckles and
Keeping it
slaps you on the
positive.
shoulder and is like, "Thank you, thanks. Let's get to work."
So you said John, earlier, you said you wanted to kind of canvas the whole deal. Would you like to, watch the workshop for a while, or you just wanted to, walk around it?
Investigate, yes. Investigate around it. See if there's, for example, the typical, looking for any markings on the floor or anything through the window that we might see, if there is one. Any kind of, perceptual details that might go overlooked if you hadn't, stopped to look before you go in.
Well, I need you to roll the most boring skill in the game.
Okay, the most boring skill in the game. That
Bry
is
lore.
Bry lore, right?
Take that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. No.
It's perception, and we all know it.
Yep.
All right, so that is going to be a 13, a successful 13. Yes, a critical success 13.
I mean,
What you think?
you see a large workshop with walls before you.
right,
As I
it's a
said,
workshop.
it's nice
Walls.
to have a
You
new
notice
friend
these
with
walls?
low expectations.
Almost walked into these walls here. Watch out for them.
Is that something any of us could assist with, mayhaps?
Right, you know?
It's up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want with this warehouse.
Y'all get
Because
some
he's
perceptions
shorter,
in there.
I'm gonna peek over his head
Nice.
and
there
not
you go.
see.
I like that.
It's like he's actually taller than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 12.
You see the warehouse, but it is one of the walls is a little obscured by Bruce's armor, so you're not sure if it's a full warehouse or not.
She just
Watch out for that wall right in front of me, all right?
That's sneaky.
I also got a 12, so
My
crushing it.
listen,
we're
the
all
shit shoveler.
fluffled up
Yeah.
and flustered from James Shitsmith or whatever.
I can't even find perception right now.
It's going to be off to the left. It's not in any of your skills.
How long I've been playing this game, and I'm
I
still.
was about to say it. If you,
I was really proud of myself for getting there without having to ask.
Emir's just
The
like,
same.
you know you have to open your eyes first.
oh
Jesus.
boy, here comes the natural one.
Here it goes.
Right.
My eyes explode. Ah! Okay.
It is.
Existence, dude.
Yes.
There is a god.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's
Yeah, it's
laughing
great.
at us.
Yeah. A swarm of bees just goes.
No, we won't see you.
Oh, fair.
Later.
Not with those rolls.
Oof, my goof.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
God,
That was a
you
fun
guys
one,
natural investigators.
Have you ever considered law? All right. Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the STFnetwork.com. That's the STFnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.